Everything I thought growing up about retirement was wrong. I used to think that retirement was all about getting an education first and getting a good job, saving my money, putting it into a 401k, and then at some point I would be good. And when it comes to the business world, businesses are really focused on cash flow. So there's all sorts of billion-dollar organizations that saved up and got to over $1 billion that aren't around anymore. Look at Blockbuster, was worth over $5 billion. Peloton and WeWork here are recent stories that were both worth over $45 billion that are now having major cash flow issues and declaring bankruptcy and potentially going to zero. So why should our own retirement be any different? Okay, so to use an analogy, imagine a squirrel's trying to store up nuts for the rest of its life. How's it know like how many nuts that it's going to need to store and how many winters that are going to come by and how many nuts that it's ultimately going to eat, because it doesn't know if it's going to live 10 years from now or 5 years or even just a year, right? There's a lot of uncertainty that goes into that. Then on the other side of the token, imagine that there's another squirrel that says, you know what, I'm not going to play that game anymore. I'm not going to store up as many nuts as I possibly can in that unknown environment. I'm just going to move where the climate's warmer. I don't have to deal with winter. And I'm going to find a forest that has more nuts 365 days a year than I could possibly ever eat. So the second squirrel doesn't ever have to worry about nuts again, does it? So once you create your own environment where all your cash flow needs are met, then you're able to be financially free and retire whenever the heck you want and live off that cash flow.